And now the meeting in Pakistan is hugely significant because it confirms that direct US-Iran negotiations are officially back on the table despite earlier signals from Washington that there was no urgency for talks. President Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff and advisor Jared Kushner are now heading to Islamabad, while Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi is also expected to arrive there. That means Pakistan has suddenly become the center of one of the world's most dangerous diplomatic confrontations. Earlier in the day, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said the United States was not in a hurry and not anxious to make a deal with Iran. But now, with both sides traveling for face-to-face talks, it's clear diplomacy is active again. Now, the biggest challenge is that these talks are happening under extreme pressure. The U.S. blockade of Iranian ports is tightening and has been described as ironclad, with Washington threatening to make it even more global. Iran sees this blockade as a direct violation of the ceasefire and one of the main obstacles to peace. Now, another major issue is that the Strait of Hormuz. Who controls it? Is it truly open? Which ships are allowed to pass? Since so much of the world's oil moves through that route, this is not just a regional issue. It affects the entire global economy. Then there is Iran's nuclear program, which remains unresolved. The United States insists Iran cannot be allowed to have nuclear weapons, while Iran continues resisting major concessions. This remains one of the biggest sticking points in any possible agreement. There is also growing domestic political pressure on President Trump. The war has now reached a day 56, pushing beyond the original 4 to 6 week timeline Trump had promised Americans. The conflict is becoming increasingly unpopular in the United States, with public concern rising sharply. Reports suggest that 68% of Americans are worried about the war, while 64% are unhappy with how the president has handled it. That political pressure makes these Pakistan talks even more important. Now, Trump already extended the ceasefire, but the longer the war drags on, the harder it becomes politically and strategically. That is why even progress in Islamabad may not mean a final peace deal right away. It may simply mean clarity on what happens next and how the conflict finally ends. Right now, Pakistan is not just hosting talks, it may be hosting the meeting that decides whether this war moves toward peace or explodes into something much bigger. Now, that's all for now. Drop down your opinion in the comment box and subscribe the channel for more updates.